Hello, I'm Alistair Milne. I'm a professor in the UK. I want to talk to you about how to get Putin out of Ukraine. It's very simple. We only have three choices. We're making things much more complicated than they really are. There's only three ways we can respond to this horrible, inhuman incursion into a peaceful democratic country. Choice one, military intervention. A lot of people are calling for that, but we understand the problems. It could even lead to nuclear war, let alone is that consistent with the NATO defensive treaties. Choice two is to do nothing. Is that really what we want? The trouble is that our politicians are almost falling into this choice because they're talking, but they're not taking effective action. Yes, there's lots of sanctions, but the sanctions are not what Putin cares about. Markets are in free fall. Putin doesn't care. The Russian military machine depends on two things: oil, he's got plenty of that, and food to feed their troops. Russia is entirely food secure. They spent the last 10 years planning this invasion. Over that 10 years, Russia has doubled its agricultural output. Why? Because they knew they were going to go into Ukraine, and they knew what our reaction was going to be. They knew that our sanctions would be futile to stop them, or so they thought. There is a third choice. The third choice is effective non-military action. Not the stuff we're doing now, not attacking banks and oligarchs. Okay, a monster is destroying a peaceful democratic country. It's called the kick the dog reaction. Somebody's been horrible to my friend. I'll kick the dog instead, or I'll kick the oligarch. The oligarchs, despite the stories you're told, they don't have anything to do with this. They want it no more than anyone else. The effective non-military action is legislation. It is our most powerful weapon. We must use it, and we must use it quickly. Let me explain. No economic or financial transactions with Russia or Russians for the next 20 years. Passed in every Western parliament. We can have exemptions, of course, humanitarian. For our own energy security, we can make an exception to buy energy from Russia if they so choose. But essentially, it has to be a blanket ejection of Russia from the entire global economic and financial system. It has to be for 20 years. This is the weapon we have. It's our strategic opportunity, our strategic choice. The reason for doing this is that this is the one weapon we have to which Putin has no answer. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be there for 20 years. The problem is not about interfering in Russia's internal affairs, as some faint hearts will tell you. The problem is getting Putin out of Ukraine. The sanctions can be removed once Putin is out and Russia joins in the task of rebuilding. And don't listen to the faint hearts who say, oh, this will cause financial instability. Oh, this will cost us so much. It'll cause inflation to go up. It'll hit our pocketbooks. There is no fight with Putin which does not involve costs to us in our pocketbooks. We have to choose legislation, and we have to choose it now.